everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make cookies. Two different types of cookies, dark chocolate chips and coconut cookies. Who doesn't love cookies, y'all? Who doesn't love? So this recipe is going to be very easy. So let's get started. So I'm going to be using 1 cup of softened margarine or butter. You can use either. And also I'm going to be adding in 1 cup of sugar. So let's get making the batter. So I have 1 cup of softened butter. So I have 1 cup of sugar and it should be always leveled. So I'm going to add in the bowl my sugar. Then with my spatula, I'm going to mix the margarine with the sugar. You can use a whisk or a wooden spatula or even your silicone spatula. And also you can use a hand mixer. So to this, I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And also I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. So I'm going to mix until well combined. To this, I'm going to be adding 1 egg, half a teaspoon of salt. Mix until well combined. So at this point, I'll be adding my 2 cups of flour. So I'll add my flour in 2 halves. As you can see, the dough is coming along nicely. So I'll add my second half. Mix again. So I'm going to add my second cup of flour. And then, using my fingers, I'm going to rub in the flour. It's easier to work with your hands, but always make sure that your hands are clean before handling the dough. So as you can see, the dough is crumbling, so that is what we want. So now you squeeze as you knead the dough. After kneading for around 2 minutes, my dough is ready to add in my chocolate chips and desiccated coconut. After 2 minutes of kneading, you'll notice that your dough is ready to add in your chocolate chips. So I'm going to divide my dough into 2, then I'm going to make my chocolate chips and my coconut flakes cookies. I'm going to place my dough in my working area. Then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour. Then I'm going to place my dough on my working surface, and then I'm going to divide the dough. I'm going to place one aside, then I'll be working with 1 half. So I'm going to make a well in the middle. Then I'm going to add half a cup of chocolate chips. So I'm using dark chocolate chips, as you can see. So I'll knead in the chocolate chips. So I'm going to take a little bit of my dough and make it in a bowl. So here I have 15 cookies. I'm going to be using a glass, or you can use anything that is flat on the bottom so that I can smash the cookies. So here I have my glass. So I'm going to smash the dough just a little bit. If you notice that your cookies are sticking to the glass, you can dust your glass with flour. So as we make our cookies, we are going to preheat our oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. So for my second half of the dough, I'm going to be adding my desiccated coconut in the middle, about half a cup of coconut flakes, and then I'm going to knead in with my dough. It can be messy, but it is really fun. So as you can see, my dough is coming along nicely, and it is well combined with the coconut flakes. So I'm going to divide the dough in several balls, then I'm going to smash using a glass, just like the other recipe. So my dough is ready. So I'm going to use my rolling pin and roll out the dough. Then I'm going to use the same glass to cut out cookies. Yeah. So I take my rolling pin, I'm going to cut out my dough. If you have a cookie cutter, you can use. Then I'm going to remove the excess dough. So my cookies turned out really good. So I hope you all try out this recipe, and please tell me how the cookies turned out. So I hope to see you on my next episode. Bye.